I swing my hammer in the dark below. 3 generations buried in this hole. The mountain takes what the mountains owed. 16 tons of sorrow on my soul. Lord have mercy. 16 tons of sorrow on my soul. My granddaddy died at 43. His lungs as black as the coal he'd freed. My daddy followed him down that same old seam. Now I'm here living out there, broken dream. I wake before the rooster crows, kiss my woman while she's sleeping slow, pull on boots that knew my father's feet, walk that lonesome road where dead men meet. The morning fog hangs like a funeral shroud over houses built on burial ground. Every man here owes the company store, born in debt and dying poor. That's the truth. I swing my hammer in the dark below. 3 generations buried in this hole. The mountain takes what the mountains owe. 16 tons of sorrow on my soul. Lord have mercy. 16 tons of sorrow on my soul. My woman watches me grow thin and gray. She counts the coughs that steal my days. But there ain't no other life for men like me, just coal dust, lungs, and poverty. The mountain owns us body and bone. It's written on every weathered stone. My boy says he'll break this chain someday. I just nod and turn away. He don't know. When they laid me in that pine box bed, with coal dust settled in my head, tell my boy to run far from here. The mountain whispers what dead men fear. Run, son, run. I swing my hammer in the dark below. 3 generations buried in this hole. The mountain takes what the mountains owed. 16 tons of sorrow on my soul. Lord have mercy. 16 tons of sorrow on my soul. Some men die for glory. Some men die for gold. I'll die for 16 tons and a debt I'll never hold. That's all she wrote. When the work is done, sun goes down, I'll lay these old bones on sacred ground. The stars above know my name by heart. When the work is done, I'll depart. Well, I've rode this range for 60 years or more. These hands have known the rope and rein. But tonight feels different somehow. Like the good Lord's calling me by name. My saddle's worn, my spurs are rusted brown. The cattle trails are fenced with wire now. Trucks haul the herd where horses used to run. This old cowboy's race is nearly done. I've seen the prairie change from wild to tame. Progress came and nothing stayed the same. But under these stars, I'm young once more, riding free like in 1894. The coffee's boiling over mesquite flame. One last cup before I stake my claim. When the work is done and the sun goes down, I'll lay these old bones on sacred ground. The stars above know my name by heart. When the work is done, I'll depart. I've lived by codes that men don't follow now. Kept my word and never broke a vow. The land gave hard, but it gave me true. Every sunrise brought me something new. My body's tired, can't take another winter's bite. But I ain't bitter about this final night. I thank the earth for all she's let me see. A life lived honest, wild and free. To find me peaceful when the morning breaks, by the dying fire where my spirit wakes. No regrets to carry, no debts to pay. Just an old cowboy who lived his way. When the work is done and the sun goes down, I'll lay these old bones on sacred ground. The stars above know my name by heart. When the work is done, I'll depart. The coyotes sing their lonesome song tonight. The moon keeps watch till morning light. When the work is done, when the work is done. Dear Mama, I'm riding riding while the sun comes up. This letter's gonna find you when I'm gone. Tell Daddy that his boy stood tall enough, and I'll be waiting where the good men move along. Lord have mercy. They gave me paper and a pen this morning. Said I got time to write one last goodbye. The nurse here's kind, she'll mail it in the morning, along with my watch and the cross you gave me. Yes, ma'am. The sunrise here's something else, Mama. Red and gold across these foreign hills. I won't tell you about the sounds around me, or how the morphine barely kills. It's all right. My hand ain't steady like it used to be. When I helped you in the kitchen making bread, but I need you to know I thought of home right before they put me in this bed. I surely did. The chaplain came and read from Scripture, said the Lord prepares a place for men like me. Dear Mama, I'm riding while the sun comes up. This letter's gonna find you when I'm gone. Tell Daddy that his boy stood tall enough, and I'll be waiting where the good men move along. Lord have mercy. Remember how you taught me proper writing, your loving son at every letter's end. Well, I'm signing just the way you showed me, though this pencil's getting hard. Getting hard now. I dreamed about your cornbread just this morning, and Daddy's old guitar beside the door. Tell my brothers that I kept my honor. That's what wearing this uniform is for. Yes, it is. The nurse says she'll include my few belongings, my bootlaces and that picture from back home. She promised me she'd get this to you, so you won't have to face that wire alone. God bless her. Dear Mama, I'm writing while the sun comes up. This letter's gonna find you when I'm gone. Tell Daddy that his boy stood tall enough, and I'll be waiting where the good men move along. Lord have mercy. Loving son, that's all she wrote. I build the crew, I build the cradles, and I build the graves with these calloused hands that the good Lord gave. Every nail I drive holds a story untold. In the wood I shake, I see young and old. Well now, I've been a carpenter since I was 17. Built houses for folks, watched their children grow between. These walls I raised with sweat and honest pay. Now I'm building something for my final day. Pine and oak speak to me in the morning light, telling tales of roots that held on tight. I framed the rooms where babies took first breath, and measured boards for those who've met their death. Yes, sir, my workshop smells of cedar and of time. Each grain reveals a truth, each knot a rhyme. 3 generations passed through doors I hung, watched love grow old where love was young. I build the cradles and I build the graves with these calloused hands that the good Lord gave. Every nail I drive holds a story untold. In the wood I shake, I see young and old. Late at night, when the whole town's sleeping sound, I sand the edges smooth, won't make a sound. Wood shavings curl like prayers around my feet. Each stroke reveals what makes a life complete. Lord knows that box out in the barn ain't finished yet. It's my masterpiece, on that you can bet. A man who works with wood knows life ain't long. The tree was here before us, carries on. What we build with love outlasts our bones. In every beam and board, the truth is shown. I build the cradles and I build the graves with these calloused hands that the good Lord gave. Every nail I drive holds a story untold. In the wood I shake, I see young and old. Yes, indeed, when my time comes, they'll find it ready there, built with the same love, the same old care. Just a carpenter who understood his call to build the frames that hold us all. Down by the river, where the sinners go, water runs black, but it washes white as snow. I've been carrying this burden 40 years or so. Down by the river, where redemption flows. They say a man can change, but the river, it remembers everything. preacher man stood there with his Bible raised high, said, "Son, go under and let your old self die. But that muddy water knows my daddy's lies, and his daddy before him, same old alibis. These hands done things that prayer can't fix, built on broken promises and dirty tricks. The congregation singing, but I hear the truth. This river swallowed men since I was a youth. Can't wash away what's carved in stone, can't make holy what the devil owns. Down by the river where the sinners go, water runs black, but it washes white as snow. I've been carrying this burden 40 years or so. Down by the river where redemption flows. Went under once and the cold hit deep, felt like drowning in the secrets that I keep. When I came up gasping, still the same old me, just wetter now. And maybe I can see that salvation ain't about becoming new. It's about accepting what you've been through. The scars remain, but the shame can fade like shadows when the morning sun gets made. Oh Lord, I ain't asking for erasure, have mercy, just a little bit of grace here. Oh Lord, let this river be my witness. Amen. That a broken man can mean it. Down by the river where the sinners go, water runs black, but it washes white as snow. I've been carrying this burden 40 years or so. Down by the river where redemption flows. Let it flow, let it flow. Sometimes redemption ain't about getting clean, it's about learning to live with what you've been. The river knows, the river knows, the river knows. These hands won't write what this heart can't say. Pride's a poison that won't wash away. Got a shoebox full of words unsent, 30 years of love I never meant to keep locked inside this stubborn chest. Now I'm running out of time to confess. There's a shoebox on my shelf full of things I couldn't tell. Lord have mercy. Started writing when you left that door. Dear son scratched out, couldn't say much more. Every letter starts with I was wrong, but ends with the reasons why we don't belong together no more. My hands shake now like autumn leaves. These words will die with me, I believe. These hands won't write what this heart can't say. Pride's a poison that won't wash away. Got a shoebox full of words unsent. 30 years of love I never meant to keep locked inside this stubborn chest. Now I'm running out of time to confess. 2 towns over, might as well be Mars. You're close enough to see the same stars, but we don't. Paper's yellowed like my foolish pride, each envelope sealed with tears I've cried. The pen feels heavy in my failing grip. Another apology dies upon my lips. Lord knows I tried. If walls could talk, they'd tell you true. Every night I pray for you, but a man like me don't bend his knee, except when no one else can see. Have mercy on my soul. These hands won't write what this heart can't say. Pride's a poison that won't wash away. Got a shoebox full of words unsent. 30 years of love I never meant to keep locked inside this stubborn chest. Now I'm running out of time to confess. When they lay me in that cold, hard ground, hope they don't find what I've written down. Forgive me, son. Just burn that box and let it be. Some things die with men like me. I'm betting on salvation with the devil's on deck, rolling dice for redemption at the river's edge. Every hand I'm dealt feels like Judgment Day. Lord, I'm playing my last hymn the gambler's way. Yes, I am. Well, I've sat at this table for 40 long years, watching fortunes rise and fall like the tide. Tonight the river's calling and I hear her clear. This old gambler's got one more hand to ride. One more hand. My wedding band's been gone since '64. pawned it for a chance at something more. But the groove it left still circles round my bone, like a promise to a woman I'll never see back home. Never going home. The cards speak truth in ways the church forgot. Every shuffle is a prayer, every bet's a thought about the thin line between blessed and cursed, when you're living by the river, always dying of thirst. The dealer's eyes are cold as winter steel, but I've danced with worse devils, made worse deals. I'm betting on salvation with the devil's on deck, rolling dice for redemption at the river's edge. Every hand I'm dealt feels like Judgment Day. Lord, I'm playing my last hymn, the gambler's way. Yes, I am. 20 years of sin stacked like poker chips, bluffing with my soul between whiskey sips. The piano plays a funeral march disguised as swing, while the trumpet sounds like angels forgetting how to sing. Can't remember how. Tonight feels different, like the river showing cards, like heaven's placing bets in this house of scars. Win or lose, I'm all in with what's left of me, a broken man's prayer floating down to the sea. Faith and luck, they're brothers in disguise. One makes you fall, the other helps you rise. I've fallen so many times, I know the ground by name, but tonight I'm rising up through this holy game. Rising up, I'm betting on salvation with the devil's on deck, rolling dice for redemption at the river's edge. Every hand I'm dealt feels like Judgment Day. Lord, I'm playing my last hymn, the gambler's way. This is my way. When the final card falls and the chips are down, I'll meet my maker in this river town. Not in a church, but where the gamblers pray, playing my last hymn, the only way I know how to play. The only way. This blood-red cloud won't let me be, holds every ghost that's haunted me. The plow cuts deep, but can't erase what's buried here in this cursed place. My granddaddy said the land remembers everything, every drop of blood, every broken thing. Now I'm the last one left to work this ground, and I swear I hear them when the sun goes down. I walked these furrows 40 years or more, daddy walked before. They say the war turned this soul to rust, brother against brother, ashes to dust. The corn grows tall but tastes of grief. Every harvest brings no relief. My hands are stained, can't wash them clean. This clay shows things that can't be seen. This blood red clay won't let me be. Holds every ghost that's haunted me. The plow cuts deep but can't erase what's buried here in this cursed place. Found Daddy's watch chain in the field last spring, right where he fell, still wearing his ring. No sons to pass this burden down. The bank man's coming to take this ground. Maybe it's time to let it go. Let someone else reap what we sow. The secrets sleep beneath the lawn. This haunted earth ain't meant for home. From Abel's field to mine today, we've all got blood mixed in the clay. The land don't care who's right or wrong, just keeps on singing its ancient song. This blood red clay won't let me be. Holds every ghost that's haunted me. The plow cuts deep but can't erase what's buried here in this cursed place. Come on in, I'll sign it all away. Let the bank man have this blood red clay. She left on a Tuesday morning with a suitcase and a stranger's smile. The preacher's daughter's gone forever, down that long and lonesome mile. Lord have mercy. Well, I've seen good men fall from grace, and I've seen sinners find their way. But this here's a story about a different kind of salvation. Her daddy wore a collar white as snow, preached fire and brimstone every Sunday morn. But she had dreams that wouldn't let her go. Said righteousness was just another chain worn. Yes, it was. She met him at the county fair last spring, traveling man with promises to sell. He showed her things that made her young heart sing, while her daddy warned of paths that lead to hell. The congregation saw it coming like a storm cloud on the plains. but nobody dared to speak the truth about the wildness in her veins. She left on a Tuesday morning with a suitcase and a stranger's smile. The preacher's daughter's gone forever, down that long and lonesome mile. Lord have mercy. Now postcards come from desert towns unknown, each one a nail in her father's pride. He reads them late at night when he's alone, and wonders where his little girl went to hide. She's gone, gone, gone. The whispers in the pews cut like a knife. They say the apple don't fall far from the tree. He preaches mercy, but he's lost his life to shame that only broken fathers see. Every troubled girl who walks his door has got her eyes, has got her pain. He tries to save what he couldn't before, but some wild horses can't be tamed. No, they can't. She left on a Tuesday morning with a suitcase and a stranger's smile. The preacher's daughter's gone forever, down that long and lonesome mile. Lord have mercy. They say she's dancing in some honky-tonk, or maybe found her peace out west. But I reckon she's just being who she was, a wild bird that flew the nest. Black coffee morning, bitter as my soul. Highways calling, got nowhere to go. Just a shadow passing through this lonesome town. Black coffee morning, can't slow down. Well now, another truck stop, another dawn breaking. Same old story, different day. Fluorescent lights buzz like angry wasps above. Truckers come and go, talking about the ones they love. I sit here counting cracks in this old formica table, running from my past, fast as I'm able. Lord have mercy. Every headlight through that window makes me twitch, like a cornered animal stuck in a ditch. The waitress pours another cup, don't ask no questions. She's seen my kind before, knows my intentions. Got a crumpled 20 and a heavy heart. Been running so long, forgot where I start. Black coffee morning, bitter as my soul. Highways calling, got nowhere to go. Just a shadow passing through this lonesome town. Black coffee morning, can't slow down, can't slow down. The sun creeps up like Judgment Day arriving. These old bones keep moving, barely surviving. Mirror in the restroom shows a stranger's face. Man I used to know vanished without a trace. Maybe running from the law, maybe from myself. Either way I'm bound for nowhere else. This bitter brew tastes like freedom and regret. Some debts you pay, some you can't forget. That's the truth. When the devil's on your trail and redemption's just a fairy tale, you keep moving, keep believing. There's salvation in the leaving. Coffee morning, bitter as my soul. Highways calling, got nowhere to go. Just a shadow passing through this lonesome town. Black coffee morning, can't slow down. Left that 20 on the counter, cold coffee in my wake. Another ghost on the highway, another soul, for heaven's sake. Just driving, just driving. These broken bottles, broken bones, tell the story of a man I've known. See a shadow in the whiskey glass. Lord, don't let me be my past. Don't let me be. My daddy left me nothing but empty bottles. X-rays showing where the fights had been. Yeah, that's right. Found his bottles in the shed out back, each one empty as the promises he made. When he drank, his fist would do the talking. When he didn't, he just walked away. Just walked away. The doctor showed me all them X-ray pictures, broken ribs from 82. Said the old man took his beating, same as he was giving them to you. Lord have mercy. These broken bottles, broken bones, tell the story of a man I've known. See a shadow in the whiskey glass. Lord, don't me be. Now I'm standing at the liquor store, see my reflection in the window pane. Got his eyes, got his angry hunger, got his devil whispering my name. Come on in, boy. But I turn around and walk on home, though tomorrow I might not be strong. They say broken bones heal harder. Maybe this time I'll prove them wrong. Maybe this time. The sins of fathers visit sons, like debts that never can be paid. But I won't let these hands become the weapons that my daddy made. No sir, not today. These broken bottles, broken bones, tell the story of a man I've known. See his shadow in the whiskey glass. Lord, don't let me be my past. Don't let me be. Chains are meant for breaking. Some cycles need to end. That's the truth now. These broken bones, they're healing. They're healing. Lord, I'm a Sunday morning sinner, standing in your house of prayer, with Saturday night still on my breath, and shame hanging in the air. Yeah, I'm a Sunday morning sinner, but I keep coming back for more. 'Cause even broken men need mercy. That's what Sunday morning's for. Well now, the church bells ring at 7 sharp. I hear them through my whiskey haze. Last night's demons still got their claws in me, but I'll be sitting in that pew today. Yes, sir. I take the back row every week, where the light don't reach too far. The deacon's wife, she nods my way. She knows exactly where I've been, what I are. That's right. My hands still shake from last night's poison. My wedding ring feels heavy as lead. While the choir sings about salvation, I'm counting all the prayers I should have said. Lord have mercy. The preacher says we're all God's children, but I see the way they turn their heads when a man smells like the devil's kitchen and carries all his sins like daily bread. Lord, I'm a Sunday morning sinner, standing in your house of prayer, with Saturday night still on my breath, and shame hanging in the air. Yeah, I'm a Sunday morning sinner, but I keep coming back for more. 'Cause even broken men need mercy. That's what Sunday morning's for. My woman's sitting 3 rows up with the kids I barely know. She don't look back anymore, but she still prays for my soul. I know she does. The tavern keeper saves my stool from Friday night till Sunday dawn. But this old church still saves my seat, even when my faith is nearly gone. Nearly gone now. Sometimes I wonder if the good Lord gets tired of the same old song. A sinner begging for forgiveness and doing the same thing wrong. But that organ keeps on playing, and them church doors stay open wide for men like me who keep on falling with nowhere left to hide. Nowhere left. Lord, I'm a Sunday morning sinner, standing in your house of prayer, with Saturday night still on my breath and shame hanging in the air. Yeah, I'm a Sunday morning sinner, but I keep coming back for more. 'Cause even broken men need mercy. That's what Sunday morning's for. Well now, when that service ends at noon, I'll shake the preacher's hand. He'll say, "See you next week, brother," 'cause he's the only one who understands. Only one. That Sunday morning sinners need saving just the same. Just the same, Lord, just the same. At the crossroads where the devil waits, where desperate men decide their fates. I've been there twice, I know the game, trading souls for fortune and fame. Lord have mercy. They say he's still there waiting in the dust, where the road splits 4 ways, where men lose trust. I've seen him myself in the dead of night, offering everything wrong, dressed up as right. First time I met him, I was 23. Guitar on my back, nothing but dreams. He said, "Boy, I can make you a star. Just sign right here, won't take you far." His eyes were cold, his smile was gold, promised me riches before I got old. But Mama's voice echoed in my head, son, some prices leave you dead. I walked away with empty hands, but kept my soul. You understand, that's right. At the crossroads where the devil waits, where desperate men decide their fates. I've been there twice, I know the game, trading souls for fortune and fame. Lord have mercy. Second time around I was 65. Doctor said I had months left alive. Old Scratch was there with his contract out, said, sign this paper, erase all doubt. No sir, time for sale at a devil's rate, another decade to tempt my fate. But I'd rather die an honest man than live forever with blood on my hands. Now my grandson talks about midnight walks, says there's a man who likes to talk about shortcuts to the promised land. Lord, help him understand, please Lord. Some doors once open never close, some debts collected, heaven knows. At the crossroads where the devil waits, where desperate men decide their fates. I've been there twice, I know the game, trading souls for fortune and fame. Lord have mercy. The crossroads stand forever there, where hope meets despair, and all a man can do is pray. The next generation finds their way. Amen. Blood on the thorns, tears in the dirt. These roses still grow where love used to hurt. I'm talking to flowers that bloom from her grave, a garden of memories I'm too weak to save. Well, I've worked these hands raw on steel rails and stone, but they shake like a child's when I tend what she's grown. The neighbors, they whisper, I've lost my damn mind, but they don't know the woman these roses remind. Red ones for passion when we were still young, yellow for hard times when the money was none, white one she carried the day that she died. Now they grow wild where my Mary still lies. Lord have mercy. These calloused old fingers can't make them stay neat the way that she loved them in rows by the street. The garden's my church now. I kneel in the weeds, confessing to petals my sins and my needs. Blood on the thorns, tears in the dirt. These roses still grow where love used to hurt. I'm talking to flowers that bloom from her grave, a garden of memories I'm too weak to save. The cello plays soft like her voice in my ear. The mandolin cries for each wasted year. I prune and I believe that they won't stay in line, like trying to hold back the passing of time. Sweet Mary. Each bloom tells a story of days that we had, of children we raised through the good and the bad. Now I'm just an old fool with dirt on his knees, speaking to roses that dance in the breeze. They say that I'm crazy for talking out loud, but she always listened when life got too proud. These thorns are my penance, this blood is my prayer. In this garden cathedral, I still find her there. Blood on the thorns, tears in the dirt. These roses still grow where love used to hurt. I'm talking to flowers that bloom from her grave, a garden of memories I'm too weak to say. So I'll tend to these roses till my fingers won't bend, till the Lord calls me home to my Mary again. Let the neighbors keep talking, I don't give a damn. I'm just a widower doing the best that he can. 3 days till judgment. Lord, I'm counting down. Three days till judgment, when they lay me in the ground. The chair's been tested and the switch is thrown. 3 days till judgment, then I'm going home. Well, they say every man gets his reckoning. Mine's coming at sunrise 3 days from now. The chaplain comes at 7 with his worn-out Bible pages. Says there's grace for killers locked in iron cages. I tell him straight, these hands ain't clean, that's true. The man I was won't lie about the things I had to do. Lord have mercy. My cell's got one small window where the morning light creeps through. I asked the warden, let me die when sky turns gold from blue. 'Cause I spent my whole life hiding in the dark. Maybe meeting God at sunrise is where redemption starts. The generator's humming in the room next door, like the devil's own heartbeat through the prison floor. 3 days till judgment. Lord, I'm counting down. 3 days till judgment, when they lay me in the ground. The chair's been tested and the switch is thrown. 3 days till judgment, then I'm going home. Won't insult the dead that way. The blood I spilled was real as this concrete where I lay. But I wonder if salvation finds a man like me, or if some souls are just too stained for eternity. Can you hear me, Lord? The young God brings my supper, won't look me in the eye. Guess it's hard to feed a man you're fixing to watch die. 2 days now till sunrise, one, then none at all. Just hoping when I close my eyes I hear the master call. They shaved my head this morning, said it helps the current flow. Funny how they try to make the killing clean, you know. The chaplain's reading verses about the thief upon the cross. Says paradise awaits if I believe, but I feel lost. Am I too far gone? 3 days till judgment. Lord, I'm counting down. 3 days till judgment, when they lay me in the ground. The chair's been tested and the switch is thrown. 3 days till judgment, and I'm going home. Tomorrow when the rooster crows,